the answer's always been the same. Nothing was going through my head. Like, honestly, it's just one thing that I always did when I played was like whatever I felt on, I would do. And I was lucky back then because the consequences for mistakes aren't what they are now. Like, there's not as much pressure around momentum like it was back in the days. Or sorry, like it is now. And so I made a lot of mistakes because I tried heaps of shit. And with that flick pass, I'll never forget it because it's just weird how it worked out. Like, Thurston kicked the ball down to the corner. The first thing I was defending on the wing because I dislocated my shoulder. And if I dislocated again, my season would have been over. So they just defended me on the wing. So I was back there for the kick. They kicked it to Hodjo. And I actually wrapped around Hodjo just in case. And Travis Norton from the Cowboys took himself out of the line and tried to whack Hodjo. And he passed it to me. And he left the big space because Thurston got taken out on the kick. So I sort of just like accelerated through the space. And I remember ran around David Faiumu and I got to Matt Bowen and I was like, yo, I'm going to get this guy. I'm going to goose him. So I sort of goosed him and didn't work. Like, he just honestly ate me up real quick and I was like, fuck. But like, bail out. What am I going to do? I'm going to get tackled out. Yeah. And just out the corner of my like left eye, I can remember this though. Like, I'm running that way and I can see over there is Pat Richards like coming up. And as I kept running, he sort of, I don't know, he naturally just dropped under and I just threw it, bro. And without thinking, just threw it. And I didn't even realize I threw that until I watched the replay back after he scored. And yeah, I thought that was pretty mean, eh?
Wow, that was like a every week sort of thing for you. I remember when I was a kid, I would have been about like 6. Like,
sorry?
Yeah. Like when 2005.
I'm not that old, bro.
Nah, you like, yeah, what? Me and Tiny and like my older brother would always like, oh, out west there was a thing that used to go around, like when you do a flick pass, you say Benji and you flick it.
Bro, you already got a contract. You don't have to do this.
Nah, but no, like I remember, like there was always like things. There was like Sonny Bill if you do a shoulder charge, Sonny Bill, Israel Folau if you jump over someone. Out west, we used to like name it, bro.
Yeah,
and, like you were known.
Oh, it's crazy. Like it's not something you look at until you finish. Like how you sort of impacted the game, and then when you hear other people who are playing now talk about, oh, bro, I used to watch you do that stuff, and far out, like the way you inspired people to do all these things, like it's pretty mean. But if you go to New Zealand, bro, honestly, and you watch touch, little kids are doing those things every day. Like, it's just something I grew up doing. And like I said to you earlier on, is when you're smaller than everyone else, you got to find ways to be better, which is how I learned how to step. And then flick passes, just because you want to look cool, you just throw it. But I practice it so much now, sometimes I feel like I can flick pass better than I can actually pass normal to the money. Yeah.
What do you reckon was better, your one or the one the boys done this year?
Who? Tiny's one. Tiny threw it in the air. Like, that's what I said to Tiny, bro. Like, cuz you got to put it at full speed on the money, not so he has to stop for it and then step.
Yeah.
You know? No, it's pretty surreal though, that moment, obviously, because we were wearing those heritage jerseys on the same side of the field, and then that try was pretty hectic too, eh?
Yeah, but I don't know. The one you done was like probably
way better.
Yeah, but like most iconic moment, like in the NRL.
Oh, yeah, that's for everyone else to decide.
No, I'm saying it right now. Oh. After that grand final win, you went from young, promising star to superstar overnight. How did that feel?
You're right, bro. Like, honestly, after that moment, my life was never the same. It was like outrageously inflated over one thing. Probably the reputation preceded where I was really at, though, to be honest. You know, it's because people couldn't believe that you'd do that on that stage. But for me, it was more about winning the grand final. And like afterwards, it was actually crazy. We went back to the Leagues Club. I remember, like, didn't want to go home, so I slept under a table with Dean Hallertau for about 45 minutes. Then we got the bus out to Campbelltown and Leichhardt. Met all our fans. We went back to the Leagues Club and had like a lock-in session with the DJ. Partied up there. And then on the Wednesday, we went to this place in Epping. It used to be called Tracks for Benny Galaire's Bucks party. And we had a massive night there. Then Thursday, we went again. And then Friday, they had to drag me out of the pub because I had to have surgery on my shoulder. Then I was back there with the boys on Sunday, and we went to the Central Coast and had another party. We lived it up. Yeah, we enjoyed it.
Bro, I feel like the older boys had so much like good stories and yarns compared to these days. Like these days, you can't do.
Times have changed, bro. Like, what's sort of acceptable now or acceptable back then is not acceptable anymore. Like, you know, professional athletes and alcohol and partying and that, they sort of don't go together anymore. You know, so yeah, it was different, but yeah, I love my time.